When you're not local to the market you're investing in, it becomes crucial to understand the key fundamentals of that market, like job growth, population trends, affordability, and landlord friendliness. In this video, we're going to have our team walk you through not only where we invest, but why we target these key markets like Birmingham, Alabama, Huntsville, Montgomery, and Chattanooga, Tennessee. Our goal is to provide you as much information as to why these markets are ideal for real estate investors.
Our markets. Why have we chosen these markets? Well, Spartan is extremely fortunate to be located in Birmingham, which is centrally located in Alabama. Alabama in general just sees a constant, steady population growth, as well as fantastic economic stability, very low property taxes. Our rent to home value ratios are very strong. And wow, landlord friendly state certainly doesn't begin to describe, but the value for the price of the homes that you can invest in Birmingham, Huntsville, Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, are just bar none. People come to visit us all the time, and they're just so pleasantly surprised at what their money can buy here. Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the North Georgia area also provide some exceptional property options, again, with seeing the good population growth all the way through landlord-friendly neighborhoods.
So let's take a little look at Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, two of our investors' favorite markets. And like Natalie said, the one of the reasons that we pick these markets is because of the steady population growth. And guys, it's not rocket science, it's a simple formula. If you have job growth, then you have population growth to fill those jobs, and then there's an increased need for housing around those large employers. So we are very strategic about where we align ourselves with the markets that we serve so that we can be close to those growing industries. You also want a really robust, stable, local, diverse economy. There's many different sectors: tech, warehousing, transportation, distribution, manufacturing, lots of manufacturing in Alabama. You'd be surprised. I've actually learned a lot over my last whatever 14 years here at Spartan to understand all of the different industries that are here, that we can draw from for our renters. I know if you guys have been out there searching, you know that you're really looking for a strong rent to home ratio. And affordability is key, right? So sometimes you may be living, I don't know, in California or New York, and maybe it doesn't make sense to invest in your backyard. It makes more sense to invest in a lower barrier of entry market that has a more palatable price point to enter. And it goes without saying, we would not be operating in markets that are not landlord friendly. We need to have the laws in the favor of our landlords and our investors, not in favor of a non-paying resident who we can then ask to kindly go. So we really need those landlord-friendly laws to protect our investors, which is why we pick the markets that we do. And then affordability is the name of the game, you guys. It is the lack of affordability that really keeps a lot of people from being able to purchase homes that want to, but they still need a place to live. And so we have a phenomenal organization that helps provide the housing, the much needed housing for those renters who are just not in the position or don't have the opportunity at the moment to be able to buy themselves. So let's take a little look at Birmingham, some of the metrics. So who is the largest employer in Birmingham, Alabama? That would be the University of Alabama, Birmingham, not to be confused with the University of Alabama, which is Tuscaloosa, which I'll get to. But it's, you really want to look at, when you're investing in a market, you want very little flight risk. And I don't think I've ever heard of a state university ever up and leaving out of the state. It hasn't happened in my existence. So don't anticipate that happening. You want a nice anchor employer that is going to keep the economic stability of Birmingham. And I like to brag about this one a little bit. Our property tax rate is one of the lowest in the nation. I think it is second to Mississippi. And, the name of the game is keeping more money in your pocket. So if you have to pay less in property tax, that means more money and more cash flow in your pocket. Unemployment, we got to have people employed to be able to support our economy and pay their rents. We've got a very low unemployment rate of 3.1%. this is what a lot of our investors love. And I've had so many conversations with investors that have looked at other markets, and they're really impressed with the easy, low barrier of entry into our market. For less than $160,000, you can get into a beautiful turnkey rental property that will cash flow for you. And our average rent price in Birmingham specifically is $11.50. Check it out. Tuscaloosa, one of my other favorite markets. So like I mentioned, largest employer in Tuscaloosa, roll tide baby, is the University of Alabama. But notice the property tax rate in Birmingham, which was 1.19, the property tax in Tuscaloosa, which is 0.46. So maybe if you're looking for a little extra cash in your pocket, Tuscaloosa might be a market that you're most interested in. The unemployment rate for both markets is almost equivalent. The average purchase price for Spartan in Tuscaloosa is a little bit higher than Birmingham, just a tick under $200,000, and the rent also is $100 higher than the Birmingham market, coming in hot at $12.15.
Montgomery, Alabama is Spartan's newest area of investment, and it benefits, like many other areas, from landlord friendliness, low property taxes, affordability, and economic diversity. Some of the bigger areas of investment or bigger employers in the market are going to be the Air Force Base, going to be Hyundai Manufacturing or Automotive, and then you're going to have Baptist Health. The other thing is that the Montgomery market is very, very affordable, and that low property tax and a great rent ratio combined create a great investment atmosphere. There's a tremendous amount of growth left to be had in this market, so it's a great early bird gets the worm type of market. Huntsville, Alabama is one of the fastest growth markets in the state of Alabama. It also benefits from landlord friendliness, low property taxes, and one of the most economically diverse and robust economies. Some of the big providers in the economy are going to be Redstone Arsenal. You're going to see Toyota Mazda, Polaris Industries, GE Aviation, Facebook data centers, and more. It's a great area to grow in and see a tremendous amount of potential appreciation as well. They also have a very low sub 3% unemployment rate, which is tremendous and just provides a lot of longevity going forward.
One of the newest markets that Spartan entered is Chattanooga, Tennessee. And there's a reason that we did it is because the 10-year growth trajectory of Chattanooga looks exceptionally good. Now, like Huntsville and Birmingham and some of the other markets we serve, it has the same 4 bullet points, if you will: the economic stability, the attractive rent to home value ratios, the investor friendly landlord regulations, and affordable cost of living. What separates Chattanooga from some of the other markets are the industries that are there. It has a very stable and diverse economy. So one of the largest employers is the Erlanger Health System. And you guys, healthcare is not going anywhere. So if you're looking for a stable, secure environment, investment market, you have got Chattanooga that's anchored in healthcare. The property tax rate also really low, under 1%, coming in hot at 0.75%. Unemployment is exceptionally good at just a little bit over 3%. The average price point for our Chattanooga properties is just a little over $160,000, and the average rent price $11.85. So if you're looking for a solid market, Chattanooga offers a lot more than the eye may see.
Smart investing begins with picking the right market. And we've done the research so you don't have to. We are targeting markets that deliver strong rate of returns and cash flow rental properties. If you're interested about any of the markets that we discussed today, we'd love to hear more from you.